Forex Focus brought to you by IG, a really interesting story here that you might not have looked at. You might not have thought about trading this Forex pair recently, but as far as I can tell, especially out of a Forex pair that's bringing in two major currencies, the biggest historical extreme on the board, and that's pound yen above 174 here this week. And you take a look at this chart, climbed up to around these levels at the end of last week, start of this week, backed off slightly, but right back there as the yen has not only been losing value against the US dollar, and yen is actually not at its lows against US dollar that they saw last year. But yen has also been getting hit pretty hard against British pound and Canadian dollar as well, as the pair that we're looking at here today, yen against pound, is the pound is at multi-year highs right now and trading near 175 for the first time in more than 5 years here. You can see for the last year of trading, we're right there at those highs, have not eclipsed 175 yet in the last year of trading. And it's not only been a year that they haven't been up to that level, it's been multiple years. You have to go back to the end of 2015, the start of 2016, where we had this market all the way up above 175. And now keep in mind that in 2015, this market got as high as 190 plus, but on average, the pound yen pair is trading closer to 160 for the last several years. And in 2016, right after seeing those highs above 190, this market got all the way down to 125. So plenty of room to run to the upside for those trend followers. But also, looking at recent years here, it's more often than not been trading closer to 170, 160, even down to 150, as the yen has just had a really tough time the last 2 years and this year in particular. And the British pound has been relatively strong. You talk about US dollar going on a run the last couple of weeks here. British pound has hung in quite well. And same if you like taking a look at price extremes like this. Canadian dollar versus yen is also at a pretty historical extreme as well. And when we see these types of extremes, I like to take a look at the sentiment around it. So essentially, traders with positions on in this pair, are they riding this market higher? Are they following the trend? Or are they going against the extreme, betting on some kind of mean reversion to more normal prices for the last couple of years? And you're seeing here at IG overwhelmingly short. More than 3 out of every 4 traders with pound yen positions on are short the pound, long the yen. And now you'll have to keep in mind that if you are going with the herd here and going with the mean reversion play, so to speak, that UK interest rates are significantly high. Everybody's interest rates, for the most part, are higher than Japanese rates, as they are still held by the Bank of Japan at negative 10 basis points. And so the carry trade, if you are short pound, long yen, is not going to be in your favor. But of course, the trade here would be 77% of the people thinking that the market, the price action is going to be lower, and that's going to overtake that carry trade. But those people who are following the trend, though they might be, going against the odds, so to speak, of where recent prices have been since 2016, they are making money on that overnight funding, given that UK rates, I believe, are at around 4.25%, 4.5%, and Japanese interest rates are around 0. So a lot to think about. Really interesting extreme, and I love talking about some of these markets that take US dollar out of it, as I think a lot of us who are trading in the Forex market will tend to put on 2, 3, 4 positions, take a look at our positions tab and say, oh man, I'm short US dollar 3 or 4 different ways, or I'm long US dollar 3 or 4 different ways. Nice big price extreme for the last couple of years that you can put your opinion on, your spin on, have nothing to do with the US dollar that people don't usually look at, but is worth it given the extreme in prices and the 77% extreme sentiment as well.